Let me tell you a little bit of I guess a transition that I went through. I think it's called learning, changing your mind, or maybe focusing on something a little bit better. Like John Maynard Keynes said, when the facts change, I change my opinion. It has to do with hookers, pimps, trafficking, slatterns, trollops, streetwalkers, courtesans, cat houses, brothels, prostitutes, and now my favorite, sex workers. Sex workers. And we're gonna have a union next. And don't laugh. They're gonna unionize. I want to explain to you my own particular ideological transition. The worst governor in the world, Kathy Hochul, who basically is going to make New York a magnet for hookers, pimps, and traffickers. And how this pretty woman, kind of a lunatic, crazy idea. Remember the best little whorehouse in Texas and all that. This Miss Kitty, the way our I guess our entertainment fora have always lionized and kind of mollified the horrors of such. In any event, I say to you, stand by for my disquisition. But before I say that, let me ask you to please like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell so you're notified of live streams and the like, and listen carefully. Years ago, when I labored under this thing called libertarianism, I was just out of college and I had no idea really what I wanted to do. And libertarians were perfect. Translation, Republicans who wanted to smoke dope. It was just a kind of oh, okay, there you go. Big whoop, okay? And it was nice, live and let live and marry whom you want and blah, blah, blah. Any idiot could understand what being a libertarian meant. There was nothing really at all deep to it. There was no complexity. And when it came to the notion of prostitution, I always thought that if a woman, usually a woman, decides that she wants to contract with a human being for her to ply her bodily wares, so what? Who is it of the government to say? Didn't that sound good? That was that classic kind of Milton Friedman, Mises, Mont Pelerin, Reason magazine kind of sort of thing. Okay? Hayek would like that. Well, I've changed a little bit. I believe right now, pursuant to something called the equality model, that prostitutes should not be subject to criminal penalty. They should not be arrested, but Johns, pimps, purveyors, traffickers, those who aid, abet, counsel, procure, hire, and oftentimes traffic in these women, usually, it's men too. And the same thing goes for labor trafficking and the like. They should not be excused from this. Now, for some particular reason, I don't know why, but all of a sudden, people like Kathy Hochul, this dingbat, and her administration, they're going to bat, so to speak, for the world's oldest profession. Doesn't that sound, it sounds almost notable, doesn't it? Doesn't it sound, it sounds almost laudable, historic. She's going to be launching a free healthcare program for sex workers, a move that many people in New York are slamming, as you can imagine, as basically encouraging and aiding and abetting a campaign to decriminalize prostitution. That is exactly what it's about. It's to decriminalize. Now, the state health department has awarded $1 million in public funds combined over 2 years, I guess, to 2 contractors. This is according to the New York Post, as part of the new sex worker health pilot program. Now, under this particular initiative, sex workers in New York City and Western New York will be provided with primary sexual and behavioral health care as well as dental care. Why? I think you know why. Because there is a systematic move on the part of, and I don't want to keep bringing up Soros all the time or Klaus Schwab all the time. I don't know who is responsible for this. But prostitutes and hookers are trafficked. Do me a favor. Find anyone who's freelancing. Go ahead, find any prostitute, woman of the evening, fallen, all these names, and ask them, do you work independent? Do you set your own hours? Is this like in lieu of Uber? She's got a pimp. And by the way, the notion of pimp, it's a trafficker, somebody who will beat her to a pulp and or worse if she doesn't deliver. Don't give me this pimp. Remember on TV, it's kind of like Pimp My Ride. And a lot of rap music references to pimping and Huggy Bear and all of these, with the fuzzy purple hats and the wide brimmed, that it's almost, it's taken on this comical air. There's nothing comical about it. What they want to do is they want to make New York the sex trade magnet, hooker trade, prostitute trade. And let me tell you something. Lest you think, well, that's not going to affect me. They want to decriminalize it. And they're going to be having Airbnbs, and they're going to be doing it in your neighborhood because there's going to be nothing illegal about it. And when you catch somebody, when you catch some pimp who basically is making a woman do this, and they ask her, is he your pimp? No. And he says, excuse me. Yes, there is no such thing as pimping. This is legal. This is legal. What do you mean pimp? What are you talking about? So what's so special about prostitutes? Why do they offer dental care to stand-up comics, troubadours, people who are involved in landscaping? Why? Why does a hooker, why does a prostitute, why is a woman who was out there, do I have to tell you that not too long ago, if you walked around without a mask, people wanted to clobber you. They wanted to string you up. And now you've got people going out having indiscriminate sex. You think they're going to wear rubbers and condoms and protection? Are you kidding me? They're going to be walking incubators for every conceivable form of sexual disease you can imagine. So where are all these COVID maniacs who went crazy? Because remember the old days when you were in a store and you were passing somebody in the line and you weren't going in the direction of a store aisle? And you've got these Karens screaming, and you had to say, how come you didn't get a vaccine? Now you're going to be your AIDS, syphilis, gonorrhea, the non-specific gonococcal urethritis, the drip crabs, tinea. Oh my, not tinea crabs. Anyway, I'm forgetting my venereal diseases, which is good. Do you understand what this is? People go crazy over COVID, which I'm not suggesting you shouldn't. And we're going to be incubating super strains of the clap, the likes of which you haven't seen before. But they don't care. Because this goes to show you yet again more examples of the complete and total degradation, the devastation, the implosion, the destruction of our moral base by women that want to take the sex trade, the sex workers. I'm Kathy Hochul. I want to take away pizza ovens because they work on coal and wood, yeah, and hot water heaters and gas stoves and anything that makes your life good. Nobody's offering you dental care, mental health care. So here's what you do. If you can't afford health care, like a lot of people, you go up and you say, hey, guess what? I'm a hooker. What are you going to do? Show them a card? You have to get stamped every time? How do you know who's a hooker? I'm a hooker. No, you're not. And me, I need some health insurance. I need to get some root canal work. Hey, Kathy, yeah. Remember Fred Garvin, male prostitute. I'm a male prostitute. Give me my health card. How do you know? Trust me. Take my word for it. Would I lie to you? I'm a prostitute. Now give me my health card. Give me my stuff. Give me my psychiatric treatment. I got a lot of issues I want to work out. I'm a prostitute. Where do I sign up? How do you prove you're a prostitute? You don't have the clap? Well, I'm safe. Can you give me a list of your Johns? No. That's, come on, professional courtesy. You can't do this. How do you tell who the hell is a prostitute? It's unbelievable. Our borders are being destroyed. Everything is falling apart. And Kathy Hochul, the governor of New York, wants to give health care and dental. Again, not to troubadours, not to singers, not to Not to Broadway actors and actresses, people who have an art and a style and who perpetuate, the dramatic arts, not troubadours, not stand-ups, not plasterers, not meat cutters or butchers. No, 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 no. No, not artisans, no, hookers. Hookers. And I'm telling you again. You walk in, you say, I'm a hooker. Now don't tell anybody I'm a hooker, because where's my health care? And let's say I do it for a couple of months and then I quit and I come back again. This is the most stupid thing in the world. Be a hooker. Come to New York, get some health care. Just show up, sign up. I'm a hooker. Do you have to have your pimp authorize you? Do you have to get a card? Is there going to be a union? You better believe there's going to be a union. You think I'm kidding, don't you? You think this is just some kind of a joke. You think this is real, kids. This is real. And just because it's happening in New York doesn't mean it's not going to happen there right now. And by the way, it's happening in New York at the behest and at the control and at the direction of people like Soros and those other individuals who want to systematically destroy and erode every aspect of our beloved republic. Welcome to America. All right, dear friends, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell so you're notified of live streams and new videos. And whatever you do, I beg, I importune, I ask, beseech, I request, I respectfully, I ask you to please comment as you see fit.